Okay, guys, I'm going to demonstrate for you two really cheap and easy ways to test your water. What you're looking at now, this is a glass of my tap water on the left here, and this is my filtered water. In this case, I happen to be using a zero water filter. There are many great filters. I've used Aquabliss in the past. A lot of people use Brita. You'll get different results. But anyway, I'm going to do a test for total solids using a cheap meter. This meter happens to come with a filter. And then I'm also going to do a chemical test to show you the chemicals that are removed from these simple filters. So let me turn on my thing here first. And I'm going to shake this around. And I get a reading. Let me hold that reading. I got a reading of 145. I think you guys can see that, hopefully, if that comes out on the video. Okay, and I'm going to clear it. I'm going to shake that out. And then I'm going to go into my filtered water. And I'm getting a reading of 3. And this filter I've been using already for about 1 month or so, and I use it a lot, as you can imagine. I don't know if you can read this. Hopefully you're able to see that blinking. Yeah, it's just 3. So huge difference. Now that's total dissolved solids. That's what TDS means. That's telling you the particles that have been removed. But of course, many people are concerned about chemicals, right? And so here you'll see I have a very cheap chemical kit. Anybody can get this on Amazon. Well, I guess anybody can. But there are many different kits that come with these strips. And so now I'm going to show you what the results are of that. I'm going to show you exactly how I do it. Okay, so now we're going to do the chemical check. I had to put it into taller glasses so that I can immerse the whole strip. And so here we go. 1, 2. I'm going to come out. Just going to get the excess water off on a paper towel. And I'm going to lay them beside here, and we're going to watch. Take a look over a period of about 30 seconds or so. You only have about 30 seconds or so to look at this. And so actually we can see in this case, my tap water, looks like my tap water is not so bad to begin with. As far as hardness, yeah, looks like my water wasn't chlorinated, which is really nice to know. They don't chlorinate it here. I don't have issues with iron. I don't have issues with copper. Yeah, this looks, everything, as I'm looking down, as I'm going down the chart, it looks like my filtered water was already pretty good. Even the fluoride. Oh, I'm surprised actually that even fluoride, because I'm in the US here, but I am in a kind of a private location with its own water supply. And so the water here is definitely better than it is in other places. Yeah, the pH is much lower after removing all that. But of course, I don't just drink this water because other things are going to go back into it. For example, like even at the very basic level, I'll put some salt into my water to get some minerals. And this is one of the other points I want to stress, that filters are so good right now that they're really taking out a lot of the solids and a lot of the chemicals. But then that means it's almost like you're drinking distilled water. It's not as clean as distilled water. But my point is that you actually want minerals and things in the water. Otherwise, the water is too hungry. And so, for example, if I leave this filtered water out, it's going to absorb carbon dioxide out of the air, and it's going to acidify. And this happens even more aggressively with distilled water. But this is a really good water. And so, for example, like when making clay, when I tell people to make hydrated clay, I'll say use distilled water. But realistically, our filtered water is so good that yeah, it's fine. And so for many things, I think you should feel more confident about your filtered water, or at least you get these cheap kits and test it so that you can feel more confident about the water.